Hello everyone, and welcome to our video highlighting the greatest tech choices currently available in Standard. Rastakan's Rumble is on its way, and there's still weeks of Boomsday Standard ladder to climb. In the month-long absence of Mana Worm and Giggling Inventor, teching your deck properly can make a huge difference in a matchup going from unfavored to favored. It's one thing to queue a ladder deck to win specific favorable matchups, but changing a card or two can swing games on their own, earning you a higher win percentage on the road to Legend and its highest ranks. In this video, we're going to show you what the most popular tech choices are and break down when you should think about adding them to your decks. Good old mind control tech.
Engaging TC-130 Mental Dislocator.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of true fear. Mind control tech has been a powerhouse tech choice for years due to its sheer power level and low opportunity cost. At its worst, MC Tech is a vanilla 3/3, but at its best, it's a 3-mana card that steals your opponent's best minion and leaves behind a 3/3 body. Mind Control Tech is an extremely powerful card that punishes players developing too much into the board, giving you 2-for-1 value or greater. One of the main reasons we see such a large number of MC Techs is due to the nature of Standard. Right now, the ladder is very diverse, which makes teching for specific matchups very hard. Mind Control Tech helps alleviate this deck building challenge by building a flexible, swingy card that's good in a wide variety of matchups and situations. Whether that's stealing a cube full of Witchwood Grizzlies, a buffed Righteous Protector, or a Doom Guard, the only times you wouldn't want to play MC Tech into a wide board is if you anticipate higher odds of stealing something stronger. In a meta where nearly every class is reasonably well represented, this card is one of the few ways you can consistently gain an edge in the multitude of matchups. Silence effects, the bread and butter of tech cards. Ironbeak Owl and Spellbreaker have long since been premier tech cards deck builders add to their decks to combat a variety of problematic scenarios. The sheer power and flexibility of silence effects have made these cards mainstays of constructed Hearthstone for as long as Hearthstone has existed. The flexibility of pre-nerfed Ironbeak Owl was one of the key elements of Handlock's strength. Having been 3 mana for a while, we see Ironbeak Owl played over Spellbreaker depending on their cost, thanks to the popularity of Gen and Baku decks. That is, Baku decks run Ironbeak Owl, and Gen decks run Spellbreaker. Whether it's pushing through a massive taunt wall or denying cube value, aggro and tempo-oriented decks will find regular use for silence. Additionally, we see aggressive decks run Spellbreaker over Ironbeak Owl where possible, due to the 4/3 body being a better deal for the cost of 1 extra mana. In the past, we've seen aggro decks favor the cheaper option of Owl, but the board presence Spellbringer brings is usually more relevant in this environment. Skulking Geist once saw widespread play in Standard due to its disruptive nature and ability to single-handedly win games against greedy decks that rely on 1-cost spells like Jade Idol. Unfortunately for Geist enthusiasts, the meta has moved on, and Geist sees much less play than when it was a 1-card answer to entire strategies. Right now, Geist only sees fringe play in specific builds of even Warlock for its ability to break naturalizes and spellstones versus Druid, shield slams and Omega Assemblies versus Odd Warrior, and play dead and Hunter's Mark versus Death Rattle Hunter. Even Warlock can struggle versus the cards that can answer Mountain Giant cleanly, like Naturalize and Shield Slam, so expect to see Skulking Geist remain relevant while 1-mana hard removal is prominent in the meta. While once one of the most popular cards in Standard, the nerf to Giggling Inventor makes Mossy Horror less appealing. It is still, however, a great answer to spreading Plague. The issue here is that the decks that struggle with Plague also run small minions that would be killed by Mossy Horror's Battlecry, so its applications in Standard are very niche. There are some aggressive decks that still run a copy of Mossy Horror, but these are few and far between currently. Thanks for tuning into this latest video featuring the best tech cards in Standard. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, as well as enabling notifications so you can be notified whenever a new video goes live.